back.
I hope your day is well.
It
I'm
is
trying to
mommy.
force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
It's a pretty hard world out there anyway, so...
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I do love this theme in the opening credit scene. It's such a high, nice upbeat one. Da, da, da.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
It makes sense. That's why the
Oh
pillars
well,
so smashed.
let's just press on ahead.
Okay. Chikari, you're kind of scaring me
Is
there.
it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
It's
I mean,
the facts of the
that's
matter,
not what's
so.
important. The thing that's really important is
Who
the killer
did
who
it?
used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's
Yeah,
no
well,
way I'd
sorry.
lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to
like
the
a little
bastard
bit,
that kept saying how much they didn't mind
nurse to say.
dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I sincerely retract that remark.
Okay,
Retract?
bye.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Okay.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Murder
Ultimately
is murder.
sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
It's good to hear.
See,
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Yep,
Just
that's
so
right.
you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
I'm
Akane!
hungry.
You're drooling waterfalls?
That's how it goes. Now I get you as usual. I can tell what you're thinking. I have no idea.
Anyway,
Serious?
if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
how
They used it
killed
like an
Nekomaru.
elevator and put him on top of the pillar and
It might
smashed him
be
to
better
death.
if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah. The cause of death, huh? Horrible damage done with senseless objects. But if he wasn't beaten by a blunt object, what could have caused this to happen? It was the elevator, right? Crushed by elevator. There we go. Crushed by the elevator. It's crushed by the sounds quite painful. Where did the crushing happen? Misunderstood. Really? I thought that was that one for sure. What would it be then? Dead batteries falling? Oh, falling.
I see!
It's the other way around, I guess.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
They had to push him
That
off from the
I
strawberry.
don't know yet.
Okay.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Yeah, you
Where
gotta
in
get
that
some
building would you
evidence,
even
so-
be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower.
Is the wires
Push
for
him
the...
off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Yeah.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the first floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
So that's what the wire is for, right?
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
I'm gonna dodge flames to help right now.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru didn't fall, where did the killer shoot him off from? If he's going to reach the truth behind that... It's the door lever that he was tied to before. That was what he was there on. We're gonna go with the wire, I think, first. So... we got this going here. Broken doorknob, we're guessing.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Strange tower. So we need something that will either be no movement or whatever. Rid of the wire there. Sleep mode might be one. Count his count. So that's when he was dropped. Fragments. So he moved at 5 o'clock. So this is the broken elevator, right? So that's not that. Still broken. It's only appeared. Clock's not. Doorknob, chipped over, skewed. Missing. I think we're gonna go with. I need to see that.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor,
not that one.
you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Okay, so
No,
the
that's
midnight
wrong.
button is easy enough, I guess. That's a
That
hard one to
sensor
find
should
there.
only work if something is moving. If Nekamaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Yep, easy enough there.
When Nekamaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I was
the
about
wire.
to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, don't be mean to him. Waited to drop him this whole time. Jerry seems to have an idea, but what could it be? It's the wire, right? Give me that juicy wire, please. Oh, we start on it. Awesome.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Yep.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Yep.
That
Give
arrangement
me
is...
some sugar.
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
No.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yep. There we go.
I agree with
Fukumi for the win. Way to bring it home, baby.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Yeah.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yep,
The
it
tip of that
was.
wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Yep.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Mekamaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower
But how would they break it off?
and suspended Mekamaru in midair.
Oh, they have an air bubble
That's
there for
right!
silliness.
He was so well hung!
You better not finish that sentence.
Jesus. What was that joke there?
Killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves.
Yeah. Kind of like, okay. That's how that joke ends.
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Okay.
Too easy.
Sharky, I don't want to fight you, please.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Yeah, why not?
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
That was a
Because
good
if he's
question that I
suspended
don't
in
know.
midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
That's actually one bit I haven't considered yet. I don't know what tools we have, but we'll sing of the wire. Tripped over the pill, the hammer, the radio clock, the broken doorknob.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that.
I'm gonna go with the clock, I guess.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could... Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Neko is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, I'm not quite sure which one it is.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Nope.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Okay,
Allow
so
me
we
to
got
cut through those words.
the alarm clock there.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You would panic.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality,
pretty
the
insane.
straight
I don't know
marks
if
caused
it
by
would
the
be
wire
strong
were near
enough
the
there.
tip of the doorknob, right?
Yeah, sort of near
Nekomaru
there.
didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru
Weird.
awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was
Crazy there.
unexpected for the killer too?
Yeah, I would
Well,
guess so,
that's
yeah.
probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Fair enough. Killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. That's the reason it happened, because it's because I actually used my full power. Fierce roar. Nekomaru put all his energy into grabbing the door. Both hands. Yeah, click, 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 click. Yeah. Here comes his incredible strength and 1,000,000 horsepower. Yeah, and he still doesn't break it off. It's if you break off the door, I'm stuck. If that was really that, then Nekomaru's glue behind
see.
front.
So that's how Nekomaru fell
So
to his
is
death.
it planted or
You
not?
finally
I'm not
understand
gonna-
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
Okay.
I'm
She
just
said
a
that.
pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
That's fine. You're a good
Isn't that
pig.
right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Melissa.
I believe you gave your all.
Oh, that's really
Why
nice.
aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
Yeah, well, we all have our things
So
to get
thanks
off
to
on.
that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
Yep.
That
True.
doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yeah, you hit the pillar. Spin the floor.
I
Fly
see!
the pillar.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
Yeah, it was pretty
See,
messy.
I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well,
was
the
more of
pillar was
another
a
thing.
bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
And it doesn't
At
really
this
matter.
point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
That is
Then what
true.
about the alarm? I'm
Yeah.
positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
We're all innocents.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah, but we found the body before 7:30. Yeah.
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Yep.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And
Did
if we
somebody
found
change the
Nekomaru's body there,
clocks?
it would have
All
been
the
before
clocks
the
then?
7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's
true.
what I want to know.
Another mystery. I don't understand. Seriously. Because we don't know what time it actually is. We didn't know what time at all. Choke up time just a little more. Should definitely, definitely be a clue in breaking through the contradiction. I'm gonna go with the wall clock. I'm gonna go with. Let's see the wall
We
clock.
headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
If that's true.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
This time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Yep.
The killer probably did some tampering.
Nope.
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
There's no evidence for that.
Gotta be it!
We're gonna go with the timeline here quick.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Okay, we're gonna go with the clock in there.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Oh.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Radio clocks then.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Oh, I hate you, game. So much low damage.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Fucking doorknob.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's
Okay.
wrong.
What? How does this work? So, I know they can't tamper with it, but that doesn't describe the time frame
No,
at
the
all.
clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock
the one.
Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock
Yeah.
inside Grape House?
No,
All the
I
clocks.
checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
So there's
Oh,
only two.
That's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And
Yeah.
because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Yeah.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Yeah. Time-related coincidence. I don't think there must be a doubt in the testimony. I should doubt the clock. No mistake should be done here, but what could be? Perhaps we overlooked something and misunderstood. I think focus on finding answers. We're gonna do logic driver again. Fine. All the wall clocks were changed while everybody was sleeping, I guess. Do some surfing here. Pointless jumping is pointless. Oh, I missed it entirely there. Our damage is bad, but whatever. Get some jumps going here. What's the first question? Hajime and the others. Misunderstood. Look what the killer is, what time it is in the building. It's what time it is in the building, right? Because it has to be the wall clocks that are off. Trying to cut to the lead too quickly, I guess. Oh, I hate you. Oh, this has nothing to do with logic at all. Hopefully they don't get too much harder than this one. Do we have to do this jump again? I hate you, game. There we go. At least square there. What's this second question? What time? Does it tamper with both? Just the building clock. You can't tamper both, so it's just the building clocks were tampered. I don't even know what's the thing to worry about now then. Why would they set the time differently though? I'm confused. Third question. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses, because they all have to have the same time. They're set on the same time, so there's no choice there. Only the illusion of choice.
It's all coming together.
Easy peasy cover girl.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What?
Yep.
All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
Not without seeing the outside.
So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Yep.
So that's what it was.
I don't know why.
There's no
but
way
sure.
I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Thank you,
Now's
Nagitori, on
not
our
the time
side
to be
now.
pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
2 hours. We can reason, clarify what time off from this with. Definitely a mystery. We can reach the truth. Everyone, Akani's testimony, because she had the thump
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The
Yep.
time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yep. Cool.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Okay.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yep, we do.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
There we
I
go.
agree with that.
Thank you, Miss Sonia. Give us the easy answer right here.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
Toys.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well,
Yep, it was.
a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Yeah, you might have been.
You probably didn't
Byron.
hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's
Oh,
nothing to
sad.
worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
It's
heard
off by
that
2
sound.
hours.
Probably around 5:30 in the morning.
So it's 2 hours.
You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
2 hours up.
I see!
I can do math. Easy peasy.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse
That's
has no
big
windows.
crazy amount of time.
And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason
That's
is
a good
obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
We're out
If you
Nekomaru.
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Because he doesn't know the time.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success.
Because he would wait for the Tai Chi. I didn't get that. Oh, just figured that one out.
I see!
Ah, that's a nifty little trick there.
That's it. The killer
Super
made
good.
use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
And Nekomaru's built-in clock.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But
Yeah.
if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would...
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. This
Yeah.
radio clock had the exact time.
I think you would notice the wrong times on the other clocks. Kind of a big
right.
gap there, but
Doing
whatever.
so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
Yeah.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right?
Right on time.
Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Which words are those? What's your name? That's it.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
What is that? He's outrageous. Honestly, I didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turns out, like this, after all, I guess it can't be helped. Oh, he said that everybody ditched it.
When
Interesting,
you
I
said
totally missed it.
everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it?
Conclude that's super awesome, great.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like
An
that.
accident!
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Yeah.
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
It's the bell noise.
Are you talking about that alarm?
Yep.
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus,
This is
it was
right.
just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
This is another fake alibi bit.
Remember, the
Yeah.
sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which
That's not
means
good.
that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Yeah, but the falling part is not the dangerous part. It's the tying up part before
Who
that.
is it? Who's the bastard?
This bastard without an alibi, right? So we're gonna have to go with Nagito, right?
You're the only one!
But the alibi's a fake.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
Yeah, but he didn't do it.
Right. Nagito wasn't there.
I'm playing through the game a little
Me,
bit there.
Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
Yeah, but why is the alarm going off?
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please,
Please say something. I need you to defend yourself
You
here.
don't hurry up and answer. I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I
Yeah.
may be frank,
Yeah.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You
Why?
couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the
Not only
Nice talk.
did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Oh, it's because of the really nice rooms and you couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
It's because of the
However,
sound.
that is also true for me. It
Yep.
is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Because you have the really good rooms.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't
Who
hear
got
it
the
at all.
other really good room in Strawberry House?
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
I think I know who did it. Yeah,
You
I'm pretty
still
damn
don't
sure of
know.
it.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common.
What do the three of them have in common? Oh, how do we spell really? Wait. Fancy room, luxurious room, extravagant room. Nope, not R. Luxury room, I guess. Not a D. Not that. Deluxe. Thinking. I think I need an L, don't I? That was a bad place to put that for now. Use an L, please. Thank you. I think I need an E, don't I? Nope, not those. It's not an honor, right? Savageness, go. I need O's. I guess it's rooms for plural. Why do I get so many wands here? Why not? Rooms. Just give me an S. Thank you. Good enough. Good enough for government work, right?
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
Yep.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
But quality, deluxe rooms are soundproof and have excellent air insulation. Standard rooms are so-so insulation, but are pretty decent. Normal rooms have several severe front and rock draft problem.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. I actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime.
I knew it when,
You're
like,
using your ultimate
Princess Chan
reserve
was,
corps
like...
student talent?
When Princess Chen's like, I couldn't hear shit,
Now
this
then,
doesn't matter.
You guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Slightly
Hold on
spoiled
a
for
sec.
me on this
Why
one,
does
but
that lead to who the killer is?
it leads to the killer because there's one
Why?
person who had
Well,
soundproof but
that
didn't.
fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Yep. So I feel like negative messing there. Who killed Nekomaru? Let's look at all the photos here. I want to see the X's. That X looks odd to me. So, Nekomaru. Oh, we don't get his robot face. Chef there. Parker wants just his flirt. Yeah, it's Gundam, right?
You're the only one!
Because he had a luxurious room. I was slightly spoiled on this before because I saw the
There's something I
execution
want to
bit,
ask.
but yeah.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Yep, and he couldn't hear it before,
What's
right?
wrong with that? If the
Should
bell
have
of
said.
catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear
That's right.
what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Yep.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it,
Yep.
Gundam?
Yeah,
There's
he
only one possibility.
so guilty.
You weren't in your room at the time.
Yeah.
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam,
So this is just
you
coincidence
have
then?
some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam
Yeah, of course so.
probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
Because he was in the lounge right there.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
Yep, correct.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right?
Yeah.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest,
He had to set it up, so.
the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which
Now where was
means
the alarm
they wouldn't
set?
have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
Yeah.
The best case
So why did he
scenario
come
would
out
have
or
been
he
those
missed
two in
it?
the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms.
Yeah.
After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. I was in the lounge.
Oh, you did a good job, babyface, then.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
You should have ran for the door then, maybe. What are you doing? That's mean it's louder. The supreme ruler of the Netherlands. Sacrifice. Don't go all myself Simon.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
You should have gone for the
That would
room
have
right
been
away.
the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
Yeah.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
So sad. Gotta
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
just say you did it, man. Say it
Answer
sometime.
me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10.
The answer is 10.
Yep.
That's right, I possess 10 ears.
Sure.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Yeah, but you're 5 independent bodies.
Is
so
that
that's it.
Your argument? You
So sad.
Bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth
Oh god,
shall
he's
now
going to
commence.
go. He's gonna be so
At
unhinged
the
now.
time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are
Okay.
you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Yeah, he has to go for
I'm
something.
being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well,
Oh, well,
you
you
don't
can
have to
try.
admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class
God.
trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know?
Oh, God.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
I'm getting rather
Perhaps I
concerned
should
now.
say it's just a farce. Just
Okay.
a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
That's not good.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito,
Oh, Nagito, that's
something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Is it because you won that one
What
game
actually
also?
happened? Did you discover something?
Is he not the ultimate lucky? Yeah.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Okay.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
Oh, Sonya, you try so
I
hard
was
for
simply
Gundam.
at a
I don't
loss
like
for
Gundam.
words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Okay,
Since
go
the
ahead.
beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Okay.
From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct?
Yep.
Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
There's a tunnel connecting the two.
The contact elevator was broken.
As
Oh
I
my
recall,
God,
the
are we
killer
going to
tampered
be
with the Great
this
House control
dumb?
panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
Yeah, you took the past
What's
secret
wrong with
path.
that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started
Oh,
ringing.
game. Like, this
Which
is
means your
This is
assumption
way too
is
obvious.
clearly wrong.
Gundam.
Are you
Gundam.
serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Don't worry, it's been decided by me that
Have
it's
you learned
bullshit.
your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
I will come over with this contradiction with one piece of evidence. There's something I'll be wrong contradiction. No such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Nagito showing up clearly.
That elevator was
Kumiko.
the only means of travel between the two houses.
Oh god, that's it right there.
As long as that elevator was broken,
180 clock.
your
No.
assumption collapses.
Broken doorknob. Nope.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Yep.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time,
where is Nagito?
there's no
singing?
question that the following crime is impossible.
Would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Nope, they didn't have a
What if
compass.
there was a secret passageway?
How much longer do you plan to
Oh
lecture me?
god.
Why don't we stop this already?
Oh, that was the thing right there.
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that
Your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot return...
Since I was at there's no question that the following
Would have been different.
What if there was a secret passageway?
Thank you.
How much longer? Why don't
Thank
we
you,
stop this
Akane.
already? That elevator, the only means of travel between the two.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, really, game? Really? Sometimes this game is just a way too like.
No,
what if there was
should
this?
have
And
been
we told
another
you
way to move
50
between
times.
the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why
It
don't we
does.
ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito again.
You're the only one!
Al clearly Gundam used it too, but yeah.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
He showed up
play
here for the
dumb.
thing.
You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yep. While you're here, because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first
Secret
floor of
tunnel.
Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Well, I'm the best reserve student there
But
ever
you're
was.
right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yep.
After I opened the door and went down,
Came and showed up with us.
surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus,
Dun-dun.
once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Here we go.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Are you serious?
There's
Everybody
no
knew
way
that.
they didn't know.
That is
Not a
merely an
coincidence.
illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
Really, we're
If
fighting
you
this
value
now.
your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
You say?
Sorry,
Don't
Trini,
make
you're
me
gonna do that.
angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Who says that? Don't make me angry. You're gonna like. It's not the Incredible Hulk. I think that's Incredible Hulk, right? Okay, what blades do we have to show off? The wire, the knight, the truth color, the broken doorknob. I don't even know which one of these is good.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how
Wow,
frail I
this is so
say,
nice.
your decayed illusion.
How am
Shall
I
I
supposed to hit
feed you to the
these?
progeny of vile deities?
I am confused. Exhausted.
Even if the
Okay.
turbid box doesn't exist,
I need to
could
hit
travel
fire
through
up,
multiple
please.
planes.
Shoot fire up.
provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say.
Oh, that's it. We have to do combo attacks.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile
Okay.
deities?
I don't have anything to slice here. So we have to do like diagonal attacks here.
Even if
didn't
the
know that
turbid
was,
box
like,
doesn't
possible.
exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided
Well,
you use a
planes are
spacious
stupid.
wormhole.
It's like quantum
However,
mechanics
how
things that people say
frail
that
I
don't
say.
understand how quantum mechanics
Your
work.
decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the
I
progeny
hate
of vile
this.
deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided
These
you use
diagonal
a
attacks
spacious
suck
wormhole.
so much.
However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
We got him, right? Thank you.
I already proved the secret passage exists.
That
The
should be
secret
enough.
passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You
Okay.
say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
What was the sentence you said that I need to counter?
Know the limits of your own
Okay,
reasoning!
that's fine.
You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur!
Okay, what's
If you
the
don't want to
sentence?
drown in the maelstrom, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I don't even know what he said.
Know
Oh, I
the
can
limits
see.
of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion. Crap! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't
We're
bark,
just
you
gonna let this
cur!
go through here.
If If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light. Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key
so
which
that
dwells in the light.
pulls me up quickly. We'll try one more time.
Know the
to
limits
go
of your
through
own
this.
reasoning.
Well, wouldn't
You
be
say the
thing of
killer went to
confusion,
the
though.
octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Okay, well,
Know
let's
the
guess
limits
our
of your
time.
own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key which
Wrong
dwells
button. I
in the
hate
light.
these buttons sometimes. In that case, what should I do? Key that dwells in the light that breaks through the
Know
darkness.
the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon.
The night button, I'm
Don't
guessing?
bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion,
No. As a try, too slow to me, the argument's super fast.
know the limits of your own reasoning.
The tip of the pillar.
You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur!
That's fine.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion,
I don't even know what he's asking. I hate this guy
know the
sometimes.
limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, know the limits of your
I'm
own
gonna die from
reasoning.
this thing 'cause it's so
You say the
BS.
killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Probably trying to avoid, probably means avoiding the evidence the killer went to the octagon, right? Okay, what should I do? There's a key dwelling in the light that breaks through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark,
Tip
you
of the
cur!
pillar.
If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key
God.
which dwells in the light.
We took damage there, didn't we?
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon.
Bullet fragment? I don't know
you
what the
cur!
bullet fragment is.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, know
We're
the
gonna
limits
die
of your
here.
own reasoning.
Alarm
You
clock.
say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, know the limits of your own reasoning.
Radio clock?
You say the killer went to the octagon.
It's not the radio
Don't
clock.
bark,
We're
you
gonna
cur!
try just for completeness.
If you don't want to drown in the
Which
maelstrom
means
of
we're
blind
gonna have to do all
confusion,
this all over again.
know the
game.
limits of your own reasoning.
Broken doorknob.
You say the
Oh, everybody's voting for me, I know.
This is my.
Here we go
You'll
again.
never give up.
Never give up, never surrender. What keys do we have? We both have broken doorknob.
Even
I guess.
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
No, I'm out of slices because this diagonal attack sucks.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion.
Laser focus here.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
Okay.
You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
I'm guessing.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
I think I've tried
know the limits of
everything.
your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon.
Is there
Don't
another
bark, you
way I can
cur!
attack here?
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion,
That's
at
fine.
least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
It's probably trying to find evidence.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of
Allow me to cut through those
I
words.
said the wire like a long time ago, I feel like. Oh, whatever.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer
Yeah.
that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
Let me
The only
Octagon,
place
yeah.
I can think of is the
Sorry that took
Octagon.
so long, guys. I got mad. Mad for sure.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Yeah.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end.
So we get
Normally
this
we'd end up
fire
listening
bit.
to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time
Well,
on
I
this
like to
opening
waste it.
act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just
This is
like we did
weird,
when we
like,
found out
joke
the elevator was
meta-ish here.
broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Sure, why
Through
not?
this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
I'm so confused.
There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
You didn't
Don't
battle
mess
like it.
with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Years. I cannot finish just yet. Maybe
You're
I'm
gonna
just
try
a
to sense
human
from that.
destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
This is their final
What do you
combat with
intend to do?
here.
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Okay,
Are
you
you
tried
saying
3
you
or
still
4
have
times,
more?
but yeah.
You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button.
Yeah.
However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To
Yeah.
press it, I'd have to get behind him.
And he trusted you.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
He has hamsters though,
Just
right?
as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion.
It's hamsters.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
It's the hamsters
That's
that
wrong,
did it.
Ben. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power.
Oh, I'll have
As
overwhelming
for the
victory. Don't
other,
worry about it.
You must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
I don't know if you'll ever be
Have not
persuaded by it yet.
fulfilled either of those yet.
Okay, fine. I guess you really don't want to admit defeat. You press. I provide an argument that you have no choice but to pursue. Panic attack. Here we go.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I
Oh,
won't
I'm out
let
of
you!
stock.
For the
How do I
Tanaka
reload?
Empire! Wither!
I forget how to reload.
Crushed as David prophesied!
There we go.
Show me the
Reload. Super faster. Beep, beep,
I
beep.
won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
Infinite stock for sure. I think this might be a skill of ours that gives us this power.
I won't let you! For the
Combo
Tanaka
through the roof, I
Empire!
guess. I don't know if I'm doing this right or if it's not including my assist.
Crushed as David
I am missing a fair bit, right?
For the Tanaka
did miss it.
Empire! I won't let you!
Does he go into frenzy mode for us? I have no clue what's going on. But the Tataka Empire is going down today, baby.
I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back.
The
Do you really think I can
4
get
Dark
behind him so
Ages.
easily?
There we
This
go.
is the end.
There. You said it way too much for me, so I even know how to break you up there.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The hamsters.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of
Why not?
Nekomaru's
They're well
neck?
trained.
Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes. Right?
Evidence of evil in accordance to the ancient contract of time, Land A. Supernova G Foxio Choo. Oh yeah, it presses it there. This button tray is silver. Lantern arch of darkness. Home. The door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue,
I'm so
one of
sad about
Gundam's
that.
hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yep, did.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains,
Smart
it must have been
enough, at least.
possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
Yep.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Yep,
It
sorry,
appears
Sonya
I've
there.
obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Yep, and it's this year.
Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses.
Yeah, but Nagito has said everything
trample
we
this life.
did for the
Trample
first
it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
Okay, let's get this going there. Closing arguments. But Nagito was just filling out so much of this already. Oh, what's our stock? Broken thing. Got its internal clock there. Hasn't run quite yet. That's the ringing right. So something with bit there. This is probably junk, but I'm not sure. Something What was the fake weapon left behind? Oh, they have like clues here and stuff. Killer destroyed the lever and stuff like that. Mess with the base control center. Nope. Weapon Nekomaru's feet. Something with 4 Dark Divas right there, right? Nope. Okay, it's that one. Okay, 2 more stock. Kiss the killer, damn it. Nope. Okay, 4 deepest destruction. That's 1 we got there. You hear the sound. Guess the color is going to be off. I'm guessing it's something with the time here. Nope. Nope. We're dying fast. Nope. Still dying. Up to 430. It's 5 now. Okay, cool. I had to guess which one were the times. Okay. I don't know what that one said. I think that was set to 430. Placing the fake hammer. He's falling there. You had to place the fake hammer before, right? There we go. Let's stock. Gotta fill everything then, right? So the diva pushes the button.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
I thought there was more, but there wasn't too much more.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Yep.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
Did he really do that first? I thought he had to do that later to get the...
Next, they lured
over there.
Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m. for sure.
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final deck. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
One and the same.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Great Tower for a specific reason.
Yeah. Oh, they abducted him in the Strawberry House there.
Who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
The room itself.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they
used before.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Weird as him.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Cosmic
That
Power
someone
Sonic.
is Gundam Tanaka. I
Gundam
can't think of
Tanaka.
anyone else but you.
Looks pretty smug about it, but whatever.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
You mean we won, right?
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just
But we have
cannot
to.
believe you killed Nekomaru. I cannot believe something like that.
I wonder if he did it to save his
You
hamsters.
don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
I wonder what grade we get. I'm guessing B. I gotta check the bits on it. It's unkind logic. I don't know if we could do better. I should really consider making sure it's not on the like easiest setting. The problem is, like, man, I don't want the games to be harder than they are, but I like the logic puzzles to be
This
harder. for
result
sure.
isn't all that exciting.
Yep.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Guessing
Who
away.
will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the
Sure,
dreadfully
it's
wrong?
very-
Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
with some fun. Aloha, here we go. They have grayed out ones for the ones that died, it's kinda cute. That's a bit bad, I bit my tongue, so speak so slow. Judgment results are, you guys correct again. Getting 4 in a row without a mistake. That's 1 and 2 who would die if there was a single mistake, so yeah. That's right, the one who killed Nekomaru in the Lazy Funhouse is Gundam Tanaka. I say that all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. True cause shall finish, but doesn't that mean the incident's over? We haven't finished yet until we heard from Gundam. No matter what he says, it can't change a thing. You have no right to stop you either, so whatever you like to do. Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? Loses merely leave, and it's not necessarily for me to say something.
Listen well!
Is it what I would have to say to honor's sake? Shall I correct one thing? Correct? Did you guys say I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him? However, that is a grave mistake.
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That's no mistake. Because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died.
This too must be the
And
will
if he was
of
trying to cling to
causality.
life, there's many things that he could have done. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean, explain? Fine, then I'll show a
Let's make
recital.
history.
Within the final try, I discovered a secret of the funhouse. Devastating plan to kill utilizing the secrets, tampering with the clocks. Building, I successfully lured Mecha into the room. This what happened. What happened? Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face to one another. I shall say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing instinct and instantly understood the situation, and we understood and staring each other down. In that situation, he ran away. It would have been much easier for him to do. He could have ran away and called for help, but he didn't turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight that risks life and death.
That is...
Fight that risked life and death.
Let me tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. Yeah. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been more complex. You would have known why I, the victim, would have been in the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Me?
Nekomaru really did that. That's kind of...
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
Oh my god, that's a
great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me.
Okay.
I don't cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Is that true? Because you're fucking evil if that's true.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back.
This is so fucking weird.
Don't
It makes
waste
me
your
not like
breath on
Naka.
cowardly tactics. Give me everything you
And
got.
that's where you use a cowardly tactic.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why can't you stop this? Even if both sides agree it's still wrong. I can't argue with that. I did not intend to force I felt as upon you.
Tell you this.
However, I must say this. What point of living if you were waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
Nothing's courageous about that. As a band mere feeling resigned. Wait, are you telling us to wait here until we starve to death? I'd rather happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Does that mean you'd rather die?
Fall.
Ever since we were locked inside the building, everyone was determined about their feelings of abandonment. However, nothing is born of resigning. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch,
Giving
you
up
will
on
die.
life, that is an insult to life itself. I think there's something reverent about giving up your life, though, not to kill other people, though, so whatever.
Let me ask.
Have you heard of the term dog eat dog? Yep, it is cannibalism.
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly obsessed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan encourage cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live, to kill others. That's kind of bad. If you say killing for the living is evil, then would you call giving up on life
I
itself?
shall engulf this
It would be considered just. I will fight the world with every last fiber of my being. Giving a chance, I choose life and death. It's nothing but blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It's violence of nature's order. It is the argument of humanity. Are you saying all that was tried to justify what you did? What you did is just fucking evil, so what? It sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Nekomaru is weird as hell for doing that then. That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That's why he challenged me to a battle. Regardless, as I already said, I do not intend to force my value upon you fools, because they're evil as hell. I have betrayed you all, and that is the absolute truth. But even so, I don't think this is a better alternative to slowly starving to death here.
Oh,
I believe that's why you committed the crime.
you...
What? Yeah, what in the final room did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my final battle with Nekomaru, it was merely child's play. Yeah, because you roll the thing and you just get either one or you live.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that it's also because you unexpectedly admit to yourself the crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for 6, did you? I can't believe you would add such a foolish thing. If you would have made it easier for him to be caught, then yeah, sure. But I mean, I guess he just was like, hey, this is an unexpected.
My name
What's
is
that again?
Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I'm Gundam Tanaka. History's greatest monster. You're pretty bad, but yeah. I curse existence of fear of all mankind. There is no way I'd sacrifice myself for fools like you.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not a million or a billion or not even 100 or 1,000, 10,000 billion years. The phenomenon is impossible in itself. I'll just leave that here. Now then, let's get rid of this foolish talk. Time being. Let's begin.
Indeed.
You got it. I prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder. Tanaka, this is wait. Please wait, there's too much. Oh no, please help Gundam. Miss Sonia. Please obey. Are they gonna say she loves him? Because that's gonna break my heart. You're acting so unrefined. Stop the man from going to his death. You soon roll a Gundam. It's starting. Fine, it starts for real then. I don't mind, however.
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction?
What is it, my 4
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear.
Are we gonna
In
have
this world,
one each?
I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously!
I will miss the voice actor of this guy because he just hands it up.
Is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
Okay,
Open
man,
sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Okay. Hell Prime.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, we're getting close to the end here, right? It's an hour and a half. Forget how long these things go. About in time. Yeah, this is the scene I saw on Facebook, so just that little bit of him being carried off was enough to clue me in that he did this one. But yeah. I guess he's gonna be trampled to death by animals. I'm to knock down a stampede, something there. Oh, the 4 Dark Divas are gonna. Oh, they're so sad! Oh, please, Dark Divas, survive there. They're being brought by food things. He's gonna get a stick to write some sort of spell thing. Interesting light show there. Oh, sadness. You get to go with all the little heaven animals, mostly cats there, it looks like, and bunnies. Could it be Satan? That would be hilarious if you show Satan there. That's a weird one. It's more normal than, I guess, the arm one, but that one was crazy, but... Gundam! No. Even after Gundam's done, the spirit of his pairing words still linger in our chest. Don't give up. I don't understand his meaning with it. Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter what happens, I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer it.
Damn it.
Damn it. I'm so pissed off I don't know.
Damn it!
Something. You spent all this so much time worrying about each other, thanks to that, it ends up like this. Hey, you gotta care for people, I mean, that's kind of what life is about. You're all full of shit, everyone. Last one, please don't be the next criminal, please. You're all a big piece of shit to me. Oh, am I so weak?
Oh.
That's such a downer, clearly. Still, even though we feel like this, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. Time, we must move forward. We must continue living, believing in our friends.
You are right.
So, Gundam was luckily clawing his way out of hell. He presumed he'll be very cross with us. You're right. Oh, she was crying. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not all over yet. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't stand here anymore. Just stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died in vain, we can't allow that.
Hey!
How long are you guys standing around and chit-chatting? The trial's over. It's okay if you hurry back to Jabberwocky Island. However, the class school trade is still proceeding as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you guys going to keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to go on like this? How long is this going to continue? Now then. Alright, it feels down for so long. I finally feel refreshed. Hurry back and eat something.
Hey!
Hold on a second, the mood shift is so dramatically
Not
fast.
like that.
You know, it's like Gundam Nectar said. That's what it means to be alive, right? She certainly is something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Let's go back and right now eat. Then after we are full, we can sleep as much as we want.
Right?
Let's do our very best. Oh, that's right. And what's this class trial over? Or came to an end. Once again, we returned to Jabberwock Island. The size of our party is definitely diminished. Despite that, even if it was the rest of us, we didn't want to stay, or we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism is only superficial. The moment we were able to fight back the despair looming about us, the only thing I'm worried about was about him. Why isn't he here? He suddenly disappeared out of our sights. Nagito? Yeah, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so much valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy before anyone else was. And it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. It's me, isn't it? Hajime, right? There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. Whoa. Okay. Wait, what? I guess they're too busy on other matters. Maybe they reached their limits. Regardless, I'll save it. Things would get complicated if they found out. That's kind of a weird thing. Anyways,
damn it.
Figure this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I could let this run loose. I'll be able to want to stop this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
Obvious.
For that sake, I can't ignore it. It's gonna be the next murder case. God.
Monokuma appears!
Alright, Monokuma arrives. You wanna summon me? Thanks for coming.
What's this?
What? Is it a little lonely, Nagito? Why are you here tonight?
What's the matter?
What's the scare looking face? I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know, well, is what I said before. Unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. Okay, so it's not in the book. I say, even you don't know. Looks like the final showdown is going to take a little more time. So why did you summon me anyway? You're finally gonna confess your love for me. I summon you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. What about it? Information of the 16th students in the file received. Isn't it weird?
Say what?
Weird, it's weird.
You don't even know?
The traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including the person, the total number of students would have been 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But the file contained, created,
Of course!
That's right. I just reused the stuff before my headmaster spent all of their time making. If the file contains information about the traitor, was that person a former student at Folksby Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder. Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining the information? What was that wrong? If my job to heat up things, it's okay if I do something small like that.
Well,
so it's fake information. That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
You're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. Knew? Is that past tense? Why is that past tense? But even though I knew who the traitor, who it is, why do you think I'd ignore that on purpose? It's just like the Monokuma file after losing our Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor exists means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing.
No, no!
That's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. The person who is the evil Future Foundation lacks put you guys through this awful stuff. Anyways, it's not entirely true. I don't really come here to fight or anything like that. So I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? What the hell? Why? Cooperation?
Hey.
What do you want? Your purpose is to fill everyone in this with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do whatever they please, right? I am super confused who the traitor is then. Yeah. If that is the case, I might be able to cooperate somehow, too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. Very interesting, very interesting.
No!
Obviously, it's a big no-no. I mean, I want everyone in the group to feel despair, including you too. If you would say that. Besides, I would not be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later. I just thought you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter the situation, I find myself in an core way of thinking never changes. In order to create the absolute hope shining brightest, the supplementer of myself, despair. You're right. You're a true believer and of hope after all. I must say the belief remains of the person on the other side. Mine too. I don't know who you're talking about. That's probably the Nagito from the other game. I can't remember his name. If that somebody is worthless like me, reminds me of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. But you are just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this. I am very lucky.
Say what? You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across such despair is rather a rare opportunity? I rely on everyone on the island, but why? I have to do that. Who does this? If I can eliminate despair on this island, I wouldn't be a sipping letter anymore. I become truly hope. I become and exist that could even be called the ultimate hope. You two are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
Is this Junko behind this again? There's one more thing I have to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. What is happening? Is that person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
What? Answer my question. If that is the case, if the person's already on the island, wouldn't that be exciting? Weird as hell. Five days left. Good thing this timer doesn't mean anything, because we're super slow in this game. The ultimate despair robot's done. So you guys take care, and I guess don't get stampeded by his gerbils, I guess. We're gonna save. Slot here. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to our less than ordinary lives. I'm gonna just double check this, but you guys take care and don't get stampeded by the hamster.